This is my gang sign. Hey guys, I'm Shei Phan. I'm an artist, model, designer, whatever. And you're tuning in right now to Daily Drop Hip Hop with me. Always growing up as a kid, I mean art was always something I wanted to do. I always told myself I want to own my own gallery one day. Modeling was more kind of my ticket out of Oklahoma. Started college, I tried to double major as a nurse and art major, but studio classes and lab classes overlapped. So I was like, okay, well let me do the nursing program. The school I was going to had the best nursing program in Oklahoma. And so I did that for about I did it for the first semester. And then I was like, I can't, I need to go to art. So I switched my major, ended up transferring to a different school that had a better art program. And then somehow I fell into modeling, and then modeling became this other outlet of art for me. And it helped me kind of understand more of who I am as a person, my angles, my forms, lighting, composition. So it was something that came later. Wasn't really something I was I just want to be a model. That's my career. That's exactly what I'm gonna do in life. I always found modeling really fun. I love to take pictures. I love to alter clothes and design sets and redecorate my room. So I was always I've always been kind of a host in a way, hosting certain things and making sure people have fun and experience kind of my creative world, yeah, I designed all of this. What do I enjoy the most about making art? I think I don't know. It's a way for me to really escape and kind of go into my own mind. And sometimes, like I said earlier, it's I don't really know what's about to happen. And then I impress myself, I'll step back from a piece and I'll look at it, or even a couple of days later, I'll look at it and I'm just yo, I did really good. I have to give myself props. First time sewing, I'm it's really not that bad. The concept, I was oh, that's kind of dope. The story, and then I think it's really about kind of appreciating myself, understanding, my creativeness and believing in myself and not having doubt about my work, not being good enough. Because I look at it and I think it's just being able to be well, I think that's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? What? I'll just keep this shit for myself, and it's kind of me creating for myself. Oh, okay, well, what, deciding on the color palette of what I use within my paintings. High school, when I painted, I only worked with one color palette. It was all warm colors, reds, yellows, orange, kind of that sunset, that strength and powerful colors, and very bold, and definitely grabs people's attention. So I started with only using that color palette, or it was black and white. I'm not sure why. I just love those colors so much. And then, later on, you just start experimenting with different colors and different color schemes and palettes, and kind of what works together and what doesn't work together. Because sometimes it's hard to make colors work together because they can become muddy. So it's understanding what colors you can lay on top of another color to where they complement each other, or they stand out, or they empower the other color. And I don't know, sometimes it's just a mood that you're in, or or the story that I'm trying to tell, rather it's like more of a calming story. I do paintings that have poetry on them, so sometimes, the poem for that piece, that might decide the colors. It's always, I can't really explain my creative process of sometimes creating a piece, because I know what the image should look like, but as far as what the story is like I write the story as I go. So it's kind of just, I'll just go in and I'll just, smoke a little bit, turn my music on, get in the little zone, and then it'll just all start to come to me, and then it'll just all start to make sense. And I'm step back if I'm not sure of what's happening, and take a look at it, and I'm like, all right, I know what I need to add to this. There's pieces that aren't done yet, and they haven't been done in months, because I'm at a point where I'm not ready to finish that story, or I don't even know where that story is going. I don't know what else I need to write, so I back away from it. And there's other pieces where, I can write the story in one night, and I'm like, oh shit, this is dope. So it's it's you never, for me anyways, I never really have a plan. I might start with an initial sketch, one sketch, and that can go and change and flip and turn, and then there's this whole new world. I'm like, oh fuck, what what is happening here? But yeah, so it's just kind of getting lost within myself, allowing my inner genius, my angel, my muse, whatever this creative thing is inside of me, and just allowing it to be released, and subconsciously tell this story that I'm afraid to voice out loud. I'm very scared of my voice. I get a little nervous of how to express certain things on a speaking level. I can express things through writing, through sculpture, through design, through paintings. So that's how I tell my story. When making one-on-one pieces and then selling them to a person, it's literally it kind of breaks my heart. I cry a little bit, because these are my babies. These are legit my babies, and I'm having to let my babies go to a new home. And for me, it's with my art, it's kind of all about the energy, and connecting with the person that buys it, and making sure wherever my art is going, it is going to a good home. They will kind of embody this piece and take it on this journey, and I don't know, that's just how I feel, and so it makes me happy when people buy these pieces, and I have certain connections with them, because when I do custom pieces too, I sit down with the client for an hour, and we'll smoke, or if they don't smoke, I'll smoke, and I'll have my sketchbook, and it's really about getting to know that person, because I'm creating a piece that is customized to them. So and I'm adding in my creativity to that piece, and really making it a one-of-a-kind piece. No one else will ever have this piece. So I think that's kind of the best part of making art, making these pieces that, they can be duplicated, but sometimes I feel there shouldn't be another one out there. There should only be one. As artists, Salvador Dali, he's an old master surrealist. I think he's the main one for me. Dali, dead or alive collaboration would definitely be with Salvador Dali. Hell yeah, oh my gosh. I don't know if you ever seen the collaboration he did with Walt Disney. Beyond amazing. just like his style, the way he paints, the stories that he tells, and like he goes beyond just like the painting. Like he did sculptures as well, like he did like furniture, he did like design work, he did home appliances, and like created like these worlds that were like beyond his time. And like during his time, not a lot of people even understood why he was painting certain things or why he was, you know, telling stories about certain things. But I feel like, I don't know, like I can really relate to him, just because like my world is so crazy and my imagination goes really beyond sometimes an explanation. You know, it's really hard for me to explain really what happens up here and put it in a way to like where people can connect with it, relate to it, and understand it, and, you know, build off of it as well. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely have to just say Salvador Dali. Currently, painting wise, I'm not working on a piece right now. I do have some projects I will be starting soon. They're gonna be the pandas on a larger scale, in oil. I've yet to paint a panda in oil painting. As an oil painting, I've usually only done it acrylic, Prismacolor, Sharpies, spray paint. So I want to kind of take the Panda Nation, I guess, art to like a fine art level, more rather than just like an illustration or drawing. So the next couple paintings, I'm going to be creating the king and queen of Panda Nation and painting them in like this very stoic manner. It's going to be really cute. So yeah, those are the next two big ones I'll be working on. And then also I'll be taking Panda Nation into sculptural designs too. Like metal, like PVC pipe and plaster, and like big sculptural pandas, like soldiers. And, you know, do it on a positive note and do it where I can inspire, you know, young artists, you know, young females, you know, young males, young trans or gays, you know, whatever you are. You know, because that's what Panda Nation is about, is, you know, finding unity through like diversity and, you know, different cultures, different genders, different colors, and kind of putting it back on like the black and white spectrum of there shouldn't be all this like harsh judgment, you know, and just trying to spread love, not hate. So, yeah. Thanks for watching my interview, kind of stepping into my world a little bit. So, I'm out of here. Again, Shei P. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz. Shei, SHEI_P. Panda Nation, and signing out to Daily Drop Hip Hop. Peace.